Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is ShawNee Janelle, and today we are going to talk about a very serious topic, okay? We're going to talk about healing past wounds and connecting with our inner child, okay? It's going to be a fairly quick and very intricate video, so pay attention and I will give you the who, what, when, where, and why we should heal from our inner childhood wounds. First of all, what we want to know is the term inner child is a concept that is used regularly. Other terms are called like the child within or a wounded child. So the inner child exists as the childlike aspects within your unconscious mind. It reflects the child we once were in both positive and negative lights, okay? So who are these adults that need healing of their inner child wounds? So first off, we need to know that the inner child within you still holds on to the sadness and to the trauma, anger, feelings of rejections, okay? So common examples of rejections are the things that we are learned from our childhood that exist still in our body today as an adult, okay? Examples such as you are not good enough, you are worthless, sex is bad, you are not smart, okay? These are all of the general rejection aspects that we hold on to when we are children, and it still lays within us as adults, okay? So how do we recognize a wounded child? The ways to recognize the wounded child within you are the aspects of hard time committing and trusting yourself and others, unforgiving to yourself, constantly criticizing yourself. You have abandonment issues. There are a lot of clingy, toxic relationships. You are a hoarder of things, and you have not been able to establish a strong sense of identity of yourself. So those are ways to recognize a wounded inner child. So when our unmet needs and suppressed childhood emotions, as well as our childlike innocence, natural enthusiasm, and creativity, all are waiting within us. This is one thing that we don't understand. These are the building blocks, the foundation of who we are today is where we were in the past and how we were able to transmute and transcend from those experiences. We have to know that the positive and the negative aspects are still within us, okay? So moving on. So why would someone want to understand their wounded inner child today? Okay, so inner child healing or inner child work is an essential part of inner work. The spiritual process of changing yourself to become the person you know you can be. It reconnects and access the fragmented parts of yourself. Okay, so that's why you want to. And it is also in order to discover the root causes to your phobias, your fears, your insecurity, and all of those self-sabotaging behaviors. So those are the reasons why you want to understand and highlight those underlying issues of your inner child that stem from childhood trauma, abuse, neglect, and rejection. So you're probably wondering why at this point is there not a solution? The first solution is to first and foremost is to recognize that there is a problem, okay? You want to pay attention to your feelings, okay? Your inner child is sensitive and your inner child is very vulnerable, okay, when it comes to your wounds that were developed as your child, okay, that are unresolved. Pay attention to those fears that come up when you are an adult now. Pay attention to your insecurities. paying attention also to the joys and the sense of optimism that also comes within yourself as well, to help balance those both negative and positive aspects. Okay, we're not only bringing highlight to your feelings as your insecurities and your worries and your anxieties, we're also looking for those positive joys and aspects that were built for you yourself, that came from you also, to get through those, those abnormal times when you were a child. What were the things that will help you to embody joy? What were the things that help you get over that threshold of anxiety and fear? Even if it's the slightest thing of music, even if it's the slightest thing of going outside, even if it's the slightest thing of talking to someone, even if it's the slightest thing of being quiet. You want to bring all of those aspects up to you. Okay. Another way you can do it is reconnecting with your child. You can, like I said again, list those things that bring you joy, that brought you joy, and live within that instance. Like today, when you're an adult, try to recall and remember all of those good times that you had and relive those experiences. Sometimes it might be hard to get into that stage in your memory box. One good thing you can do, a person can, is to develop a vision board. It is a good way to help access the positive and joy memories. If not, you can always make new joyful memories of your childhood by simply making a vision board. A person is like, how would you make a vision board of your childhood? Well, the childhood games that you were interested in, you play with, hopscotch, jump rope, basketball, riding bike, those little things, those will actually help bring about positive and optimistic, that childlike experiences that you had, okay, when you were younger. Okay, guys, so another way on how to recognize and bringing about that wounded inner child is to understand the specific identities that comes within the category sources of our wounded child. And there are a few different categories that each little section follow underneath, and in the description box I'll have more information in regards to that, but just give you a little bit more on what that is. What the categories are is, first off, is understanding the fearful child. Okay, so the fearful child receives a lot of criticism and regularly experience anxiety when they do not receive enough positive or any positive affirmations that were provided, okay, in their childhood time. Another category is the abandoned child. The abandoned child had not enough attention from their parents or their guardians, okay, when they were young. Now, this can stem from like relevant innocence from the parents of working, or the parents that has focused on their other children, or it could be an extent of severe abuse which come with trauma. Okay, so the abandoned child, and recognizing the fearful child, and recognizing the categories that are commonly seen, okay, as we develop and grow as children. So those are the ways to recognize and to understand and to heal and to begin that. Okay, so I already talked about creating a vision board. Another way is you can write a letter in a form of apology to bridge a stronger connection. Okay, you can always write a letter saying, hey, I'm sorry, you didn't have a positive affirmation at this point in time in your life. I am here right now today to give you those positive affirmations and things in relation to healing, okay, in apology form. All right. Another way is to join groups. There are so many different groups on Facebook. There are so many different community groups that a person can go ahead and delve into to understand and to receive enlightenment and build some connection or inner and outer understandings of these wounded child insecurities and anxiety or fear that built from our inner child instances. Okay, You can also, which is highly advisable as well, connect with professionals. Now, this is a professional that deals with therapeutic healing, a professional that deals with psychotherapeutic healing. Okay, it is always recommended to go on that route as well as joining community groups. Okay, dealing with your inner child, dealing with inner child healing, or dealing with any type of inner work can be done and healed over a course of time. It isn't anything that is going to end within a day or months. It is constant work. Okay, hence the term inner child wounds. Okay, these are wounds that actually have to heal, all right, from the internal in order to patch them up forever. Okay, a lot of people might not understand that we don't ever get over these elements, but in a way we can. We get over them with the positive aspects of life, with your positive journey, with the experiences that added to that positive light. You can close the doors and you can heal from anxiety, and you can heal from fear that has stemmed from your wounded child. Okay, very possible. Very. So, in closing, another way to promote healing of your inner child is to formulate a positive dialogue. When you see that these fears, anxiety are coming up, you can say positive words to yourself internally or externally. Say nurturing things like, I love you, I hear you, I understand you, I love this, I love that, I love this, I love, love, love. You want to make sure that you bring in positive energy when you are saying nurturing things to yourself, okay, on the road of healing. I hope this works for you guys, and I hope that you really do take this to heart and understanding these steps of knowing what a wounded child is, knowing what an inner child is, how to recognize the wounded inner child, and also how to overcome those insecurities and fears that were built, okay, over your childhood experiences, and also to recognize those joys and that natural optimism that came and that were built and established from your childhood also. Okay, this is a very good bridge to understanding. I'm all about that. Just to understanding yourself, who you are today, and it will help bridge where you will be tomorrow. All right, so please take this to heart, like I said, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.